everyone. Well, I thought today that we could think about how to make a hand gym. We've got these lovely handouts that you can use, and this is my hand gym. I made it from a box and just put some wrapping paper on it to decorate it. Maybe your kids can decorate it in lots of different ways using lovely glue. So when you're choosing things for your hand gym for your child, make sure you choose things that are suitable, that are not too challenging, because if it's too challenging, you're going to put them off and they're not going to want to do it again. So thinking about the beads, don't always have small beads. Think about making things a bit more chunky. And then when you come to the paper clips, you can use bigger paper clips instead of smaller paper clips. And then when it comes to pegs, instead of the tiny ones, maybe you want to have the bigger ones. And when you've got your little Pac-Man, he's quite easy to open the mouth of when he's got a bigger mouth. If you cut a small mouth, it's much harder. So always think about grading your activities. As an occupational therapist, we're always talking about how grading activities so they're just right, and so you're giving your child the just right challenge. So what have we got in the hand gym? Well, I've put in mine, I've got some putty, and with the putty you can try and take beads out of it. The other thing you can do with putty, this is a great one. Get some black and white pictures, line drawings, print them off the internet, and then laminate them. And you can choose things that your child likes. I quite like this one because it's really easy to make into a great picture. The idea is, again, you can time it. Timing things is quite a good thing to do, as long as it doesn't make your child too stressed. This involves loads of finger movements. Do you want to have a go and see if you can do it? Stretch that putty into the picture. Oh, push, push, push. Lots of work to make it go in there. And then you can use the buttons to decorate your t-shirt. Threading some beads onto a lace. Again, you can time how quickly they can do it. So, pipe cleaner is quite cool. So you can thread bits of pasta onto pipe cleaner instead. About this little fella, quite a cheeky face. You could make one of these and he needs food. Pom-poms are quite good for food. Yum, yum. This is my clothes peg game. I've got really weeny mini pegs and great big ones as well. And we've put some clothes on our handout that you can get your kids to cut out and peg them onto the edge of your hand gym box. So how quickly can they peg all these clothes onto the edge of the hand gym box? Simple paper clips. Every household has paper clips. How quickly can you make a paper clip chain? That makes it hard. If you can't see what you're doing, it's quite a challenge. So it makes your hands work harder and your brain has to process a lot more sensory experiences without sight. Ready, steady, go. Ooh. So the idea is that you've got to try and transfer as many beads as you can using tweezers. And if these beads are too hard, you could use the slightly bigger beads. how many can you transfer in 1 minute? Or how long does it take you to transfer 10 beads? When you're helping children to develop their dexterity, anything that's going to help them to do a pincer grip is really good. So pegs are really great for pincer grip, and tweezers are really good, but they add some element of fun as well. Another thing that I've got in my hand gym is a bandage. You could use a proper bandage, or if you don't have bandages in your house, then this is a bit of an old sheet. And the idea with this is that you put a car on the end. I've got a few toy cars. You could have 2 people doing this at once. So what I want you to do, if we had more room, ideally on the floor, what you have to do is scrunch up your hand so that you're going to pull the car as fast as you can towards you. Uh-oh, let's see if the car stays on the bandage. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, so that's really good flexion of the fingers and strengthening the hand muscles, especially when kids have hypermobility. Hypermobility is where the joints of the fingers are a bit like a very lax elastic band. So instead of the elastic band being like that, it's more like that, more saggy. That's what hypermobility feels like. Thanks for listening, everybody. I hope you enjoy your fine motor hand gym.